What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are back taking a look at Knife of Dunwall. Dishonored, this is mission number 2. So there was something that I forgot to verbally say in the last video. First up, grab some sleeping darts. Get 4, 5, 7, 10. However bad of a shot you are, you'll need more sleeping darts, okay? Secondly, get all the favors. Buy all the favors of every mission that you play. I put it in the description of the last video, but I forgot to verbally say it. And if you buy all of the favors, then that's going to give you an achievement, and this video will get you a couple of more. So I apologize for forgetting to mention that. But if you go through and you play this through on high chaos and play it through a second time, like most people probably will, then you can buy it then. So hopefully I didn't screw you. So here we are, second level. We're moving up along the left-hand side. And again, we're only going to be using blink. The only reason for that is because that's the way I wanted to do it. There's no achievement or anything for it, but I figure if I make it as simple as possible, then it'll be pretty simple for you to follow, hopefully. So just wait for this guy to turn around. There's a couple here. We've got to get through that wall to the left. So we're going to take the well oil out and then jump over here real quick before they head on over to put the oil back in. Because whenever I took it out, it made an alarm. But I don't know if you paid attention, but there was actually a train driving by at the same exact time. And I really don't think they heard that because I timed it with the train. But the timing was totally coincidence. I didn't do it on purpose, although I guess I could have claimed I did, but I would have been lying. I couldn't lie to you. Should make you feel special. Alright, so here's where our sleeping darts come in handy. And this is the one section I probably would have done differently. And I don't know what would have happened if I would have been a little bit more patient. But what happened was, because I shot that first guy, his other two people came out and they saw his body. So at the end of the video, the mission, it's going to show that two unconscious bodies were seen. Now, that doesn't stop any of the achievements, but, you know, if you're a perfectionist, then this is probably the area that you want to try something different. Look at me. Alright, so be sure you get your blink back on. And in this window right here, be careful, trip mine, so you can jump over it or you can just disable it. I like to play it safe. And again, remember, you get to going pretty good, slow down and save your game. So I took this moment to save. Now right here, you can go into that stairway right to his right. And you can look in there, and I did that a couple of times, but you'll see that that stairway was full of people right there. So I jumped up on this section, almost got caught, but almost doesn't count. And this is actually pretty good because you enter the room that you need to grab this key. Just be sure you grab that. And then we're going to head back out into the stairway and go up the stairs. Now, you do have to be careful, and it's all about timing. Again, your playthrough may not be exactly like mine, but you know, I'm showing you one way of doing it, and there's plenty of ways of doing it. And I just so happened to hit it where I didn't have anybody else I had to face. Everybody was down in that lower section, so at that time, I couldn't have went into that lower stairway, so I had to go upstairs. Or if I would have waited a little bit longer, then it would have been totally different. So maybe you get that. So right here, be careful. There was this guy who usually showed up, so I had to wait on him on the balcony. And again, you might have seen me saving it down there on the right. It's just so important. Make your life so much easier. So at the end of the last video, we met Billy. And I was saying, you know, I think it's a girl, but I guess it could be a guy. And a few people in the comment section were like, you know, Billy's a guy's or a girl's name too. And I wasn't doubting you, because, you know, I got to thinking, I was like, there are a couple of good songs with the name Billy in it. Phil Collins made one, Billy Don't Forget My Number. But, and then you had Michael Jackson's Billie Jean Is Not My Lover. I almost rhymed that, and I almost screwed up both melodies in my head, and oh, that would have been bad. Okay, so anyway, so yes, Billy is a girl's name, but turns out Phil Collins doesn't even know what the song Billy is about, so it still could be about a guy. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to even speculate, because that'll just get me in trouble. So here we are. We've made it into the next section of the game. And this is a pretty long level. And I thought maybe I could get up here from that, but couldn't. But I know this works up here.
I caught him snooping around nearby. He won't say who he is or what he's doing.
So there are kind of a lot of parts. So you just have to just kind of take it slow and one section at a time. But over here, like if you jump down right there, there's a door, but so you couldn't even get in. But since the ceiling's busted up, you can jump on his head, and he doesn't even mind. He'll still talk to you. And so we've got a few things that we have to do. First, we're gonna go over to this abandoned apartment, which is right across the way here on the rooftops. And again, whenever it comes time, I'll try to backtrack where we just went whenever it's appropriate. I would think that that would make it a little bit easier to follow. So where we're going to go is right across there where that billboard is. So we've got to go back out onto the apartments and then shoot across. There's a few people on the street. So again, at least in this particular map, staying up pretty high was very appropriate. Almost all the time there was I don't know that I saw anybody really up on the higher levels. I rarely ever get on the ground. I hate staying on the ground in this game. Now up here there's a lot of stuff. Be sure you pick it all up, especially that key. That key's going to come in handy. And the key was laying outside the tray, so be sure you pick that up. One playthrough, I got all the way down to where I needed to go, and I didn't have the freaking key, and it was because I didn't even see it. So I didn't pick it up. And it screwed everything up. And there are times in the game where it's appropriate to not even wait on your stuff to refill. You know, if you got to move fast, and this is one of those sections where there's a lot of people out there, so you don't want to mess around. You don't want to be there's times to be careful, and there's times to not be careful, you know.